Ladies and gents, my best wishes to all of you. This week we will discuss two major events. First, Air India, now owned by Tatas, has signed the biggest deal in civil aviation history. Air India presently has 140 aircraft, but it will now add another 470 planes, bringing its total to 610, which will then make it the biggest operator in Indian airspace. This compares favorably with some of the top US airlines at present. American Airlines, with 935 aircraft operating in US and internationally, is the world's largest airline. The United Airlines of USA also operates 872 airplanes on domestic and global routes. Now, Air India will purchase 250 planes from European consortium Airbus and 220 planes from Boeing, the US manufacturer of civilian aircraft. Altogether, Tata would be paying between 70 to 80 billion dollars for the deal. It comes to rupees 57,000 to 58,000 crores in Indian rupees. This beats the 2011 order by American Airlines of 460 planes. Also, the order of 300 aircraft by Indigo Airlines in India way back in 2019. Of these, 70 planes would be wide-bodied or two-aisle aircraft which are used for long-distance international travel. The rest 400 would be used for domestic travel. Of course, the manufacturers offer heavy discounts on such mega deals, so the Tatas may have to pay a substantially lesser amount. But there is a provision in the deal of Air India purchasing 70 more planes if needed at the same price and future from Boeing. Thus, overall, the purchase might run to 540 planes in the next few years. Naturally, the deal has drawn attention worldwide. First, it is a signal to the world that India now aims to fly high, that its airlines would compete globally with other major airlines. It will also boost the Star Alliance, which includes the German carrier Lufthansa and Singapore Airlines. For Air India will collaborate with these to take passengers to destinations all over the world. Together, these airlines would seek to counter the domination of Gulf airlines like Etihad, Emirates and Qatar Airways in international aviation. Secondly, this deal would create over 2 lakh jobs, 200,000 jobs in India, where all these planes will have to be operated and maintained. Tatas might also manufacture some components of these aircraft, which will create even more jobs. There would be tens of thousands of jobs in USA also. Moreover, since Airbus is a European company, there would similarly be tens of thousands of jobs in Europe as well, a fact which President Macron of France and Prime Minister Rishi Sunak of UK have acknowledged. Additionally, this deal would provide a big boost to companies that make major components of aircraft like General Electric of USA and Safran of France, which together will make the engines of these planes. Thirdly, this agreement is a positive signal to the Western world from India, for it will deepen our economic relations with European Union countries, leading to more extensive trade and industrial collaboration with them. This might facilitate the signing of free trade agreement between India and European Union. It also sends a positive political message to Europe that India means business. Fourthly, it will also give a boost to commercial and political relations between India and USA, for it will reassure US that India is a serious business partner of that country. Biden himself acknowledged this fact and was very happy with the deal. And India at this point is naturally very keen to deepen its trade relations with USA, which is a major importer of Indian goods of various kinds. Fifth, it might be a step up in the direction of India's ambition to become a major hub of aviation industry, just as it is becoming in the auto sector by manufacturing and exporting hundreds of thousands of cars each year. Last, with the addition of so many aircraft, India's domestic and international air travel will receive a big boost. Domestic flights are already growing at a fast pace, and when hundreds of additional planes are added, then naturally air connectivity between India's metros will increase greatly. leading to rapid commercial and economic growth. India's connectivity with the world's leading metros would also increase substantially. Thus, this mega deal by Air India opens up new possibilities in India's economy. It also sends a very positive message to the world regarding India's growth story. Second, I come to Pakistan. Pakistan's economic crisis is mounting day by day. The reasons for Pakistan's near collapse are many. For one thing, Pakistan's annual GDP growth, according to World Bank, has been only 2% in recent years. Thus, there has been of late practically no economic growth in Pakistan, while the fiscal deficit has now grown to over 8% of GDP, which is dangerous. Secondly, with little domestic and foreign investment, its manufacturing or services sectors are stagnating. No wonder Pakistan's current GDP is only $376 billion, which gives it 42nd global ranking. In comparison, India's GDP of $3.5 trillion is more than 9 times that of Pakistan, and India is now world's fastest growing nation and has already become world's 5th largest economy. Pakistan's per capita income is also low at $1,505 as compared to India's $2,256. Thirdly, Pakistan has incurred a very heavy external debt of no less than $122 billion, which it is unable to pay. Some of its major creditors like USA, China and IMF are worried. So are Saudi Arabia and UAE, some other major lenders. If we include internal borrowing also, it comes to nearly 4 times that of GDP. This is clearly indicative of a country that might just go bust, that might just collapse any time. Fourthly, mounting inflation is also a symptom of economic crisis. Pakistan's inflation currently stands at 23 to 24%, which is nearly 4 times that of India. For India's inflation currently is between 6 and 6.5. In fact, experts believe that it may rise to 33% during FY24, that means next 6 months. No wonder people are reeling because of the skyrocketing prices of everything. Thus, wheat flour, which is around rupees 30 per kg in India, sells at rupees 145 to 160 in Pakistan. And even at that price, it is not available and people wait for hours to get it. Milk sells at rupees 250 per litre and petrol at rupees 272 a litre. The price of Pakistan's rupees has fallen by 30% during last year, and a US dollar now sells at Pakistan's rupees 272. Mind you, it is 82 rupees in India. Fifthly, while India has one of the largest forex reserves in the world, which presently stands as US dollar 572 billion, Pakistan has only $3.1 billion left. Mind you, $3.5 billion only, which is barely enough to make purchase of 2 to 3 weeks. Now, Pakistan depends heavily on imports not only of oil but also of cars, electronics, mobiles, etc. But it has no money to pay. Sixth, Pakistan's economic woes have been greatly increased by its political instability. Unlike India, it has never had a true democracy. Pakistan's army has been ruling the country directly or indirectly right from the beginning. And Pakistani army whipped up enmity and hate against India and even fought 3 needless wars with us. Hence, the money which should have gone into developing Pakistan's economy was wasted on maintaining Pakistan's big army. Moreover, Pakistan has also thrown away millions of dollars on funding terrorists to create mayhem in India. This did not harm India but tarnished Pakistan's own image in the world as a sponsor of terrorism. Naturally, the flow of credit to that country by international agencies has stopped, further leading to its decline. Now, there are 2 options before Pakistan. Bailout packages from IMF or World Bank can only temporarily halt its slide. for the country stands on the verge of bankruptcy, much like Sri Lanka. The other and safer option is for Pakistan to seek merger again with India and thus correct a historical blunder. This is what the saner elements, especially the younger generation of Pakistan, want. They look with envy at India's phenomenal record of development and wish that they were part of India's growth story. Yet Pakistani army stands in the way. Also, the fanatical elements in Pakistan's political establishment who have always spewed hatred against India. Still, many of the more sensible politicians in Pakistan like Nawaz Sharif or even Asif Ali Zardari had tried to improve relations with India and also trade ties. Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee and PM Modi had also responded positively to them, but Pakistani generals had stopped them. Only statesmanship can save Pakistan now, not the Pakistani army. Otherwise, Pakistan is doomed. That is all for this week. People, please like, share and subscribe if you have found this talk useful. Thank you.